I don't even see you come up from a video perspective.
Yes, oh, here we go. I think that was my fault. For some reason, I hadn't activated the video.
That's
okay.
No problem.
Can you see me now?
Yeah. I'm going to remove on the program and then try to reconnect you.
Okay. So I'm showing here, this was the Minka bar, and I really appreciated, I had mentioned that they list the community that it comes from here in Ecuador, Comunidad, Shiwa, Urku. It's a 43% dark milk. The second bar was Chocolarder's Honeycomb, and it came like something like this. Wonderful packaging. We've noticed that a couple of them, as you open them, have stories inside. This is one of them. And great texture. This is the bar itself, and you can see there. Let's show back over here for folks get a second
Not
time
yet.
to see.
Yeah. I'm still working on the tech stuff on my side, but you keep talking to the Instagram crowd and we'll get that video and splice it all together.
Yeah, and reviewing some of my notes here. So this is the chocolate tasting sheet that Glenn put together, and I had pre-written the names of the bars, and then as we tasted them, wrote my notes. I'm going to be translating this into Spanish, and then they'll also be available for everybody in Spanish. And you can order them on nice paper. They're going to be available as well for Chocotastery. And the honeycomb. Oh, I was going to read to you some of my notes here for the honeycomb bar. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. I had earthy tones, some tobacco. If you guys are from my generation, you had the pop rocks. And so as you get to some of the honeycomb, you get a little bit of that pop, and the sweetness for me went from like an earthy tone sweetness, and I was guessing that came from the type of black bee honey that's in there. But then as I bit into the honeycomb, it really popped into a sweeter honey. So I'd love to learn more about that. And there's bicarbonate listed as an ingredient, which was new to both Glenn and I. We weren't exactly sure how that affects the flavor profile, but very cool. So let's see what else. That was our second bar. And then third was Naive out of Lithuania. This was a special bar made for Cacao Review in their collection. They put out 2 special edition boxes that have had bars specially made for them in that collection. And this is one of them. It's Rugoso special. And let's see, where's the bar? Oh, here it is. He has really gone into a lot of detail. I tried some of his other bars before, and look at that inside the packaging. He breaks down various parts of the bar, the quality, the bean, the pod, the flavors, aftertaste. And it's from Nicaragua. as well. So the Chocolarder and Naive were both Nicaraguan bars.
Awesome.
Here.
So, as you're sharing all that with Instagram crowd, your feed in Skype is somewhat coming up, and I believe that we are back on Facebook, definitely YouTube, but not at the top strength, and with Facebook, I can't tell, to be honest. Maybe we are. It says live. Maybe we are.
It says that we are on my end too when I go.
Yeah, cool. All right. So what we'll do is we'll just we'll be sure to splice together all the video content and the audio content, so that we'll be able to put out, like, we'll get a final video together, and then even if we have to overlay it with some commentary, it's been like a really great hour so far of just talking through the chocolate.
Great chocolate.
Yeah, and I kind of want to finish up the Kumar bar because it just had to take a back seat to all the tech issues.
I know. There we go. This is the bar.
Yeah.
About.
So we're back here.
Yeah.
And so we talked about malted. I get this malted note. And then there's like citrus in the beginning.
Yeah. Started citrusy for me as well. I had said like a lemony aroma. But then moved into I think you had mentioned like purple. The color purple came to mind.
Kind of like like you said, plum, but mostly getting a little grape.
This second time around, I'm getting an earthy feel. Maybe feel like a little bit of mushroom. Like mushroom texture, kind of like deep notes. I feel like this would really pair well for me with, like, if there was a fruit platter, like grapes. You know, I could kind of like eat some grapes and eat this chocolate. For me, would go well.
And you know what's funny? It hasn't stopped. I'm just looking. The live feed hasn't stopped on Facebook. It's still like going.
Oh, that's good.
So maybe it's making up all the audio, and we'll just edit it out and re-upload.
Yeah.
That's funny. But overall, I think I really I enjoyed this. So it's like those fruits and that so I want to ask, like, what was your like first craft chocolate bar aha moment for you?
Oh gosh, I feel like I've had so many.
Like going back to like the first one, like that was kind of like, oh my god, I can't believe this.
Yes, I actually have a picture of it. Ooh. Because it was such an aha moment. It was one of Theo's bars. I mean, because that's where my journey, I would say, started. You know, since then, I feel like I've had several different aha moments as I think my palate, you know, is able to catch on to different notes. Gosh, you know, I'm going to post this photo. I'll have to go back because I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I see it in my head. It's like a black and white label, and I just realized, wow, chocolate can have so much depth to it. You know, when I bit into that bar, and it really got me curious about what else is out there. And then since then also, like one of it's not a chocolate bar per se, but then Fran's is sea salt caramels that they have there, and that they've also sea salt chocolate that they have. And that got me thinking about like the different ways of experimenting and playing around with chocolate and pairing it with other ingredients. So yeah, there's definitely been several along the way.
Cool.
Yeah. How about you?
So for me, it goes back to like 2015 when I first started learning about the bean to bar process, and then it was I had talked with Nat from Madre in Hawaii. So there was a boot camp that I wanted to go to Hawaii to take, and they had just done it, and he was telling me to come to FCIA and to learn and meet others in the industry, learn about the equipment and the process and stuff like that. And so that weekend, I got a bar of his Dominican Republic, had to be 2015 harvest or something. Like it had to be that year or the year before. Excuse me. And so I took a piece and I tasted it, and it tasted like a malted milk note. And when I was younger, when I grew up, on the weekends, my uncle would make me Ovaltine, that malted milk drink. And so it brought me right back to that moment, and I was like, holy moly, I like never knew chocolate could taste this way.
Interesting.
And so that was kind of the, like, wow, there's something here that definitely would be interesting to kind of go after. And that was kind of the foray into making and then tasting a lot and all that.
Right. That's fun. I feel like a lot of my childhood memories with chocolate are around like hot chocolate, and especially over the holidays, like a Peruvian block of chocolate melted and then mixed with milk. And so, yeah, it definitely evokes a lot of memories there.
Awesome. It's awesome to hear like how it's been a big thing for you and your family for growing up too. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's in different ways. I think it's been interesting to see the journey in my family, because craft chocolate, I think is coming full circle in Peru, and at least for my family, they looked a lot to what the Europeans and in the U.S. what they were doing, and there's been a resurgence of value that they have for their own product. And when I first started talking to my parents, especially my mom, about Peruvian chocolate, craft chocolate and the appreciation of the bean to bar was not something that was really talked about at home. They really looked to European influences for their dessert, and now there's a greater appreciation, I think, for the value of chocolate and what's grown and developed at home. So yeah,
it's awesome.
So yeah, that's something that I look forward to happening more and more at Origin, and seeing the self-appreciation of what they have there, and what it can become.
Great.
Well, thanks for this opportunity, Glenn.
Yeah. So, in the last, whatever amount of time we have left, I'd love to hear, what do you have next coming up? Where can people find you online, social media? I know you're on with Instagram, but just share all of where you are and what's coming up.
Thanks. So I am, you can find me at unitedbychocolate.org is the website, which is reserved, but I need to develop out. So that is the website, unitedbychocolate.org. And then on Instagram, it's in English, United by Chocolate, and then in Spanish, Unidos por el Chocolate. And in the Facebook group, Unidos por el Chocolate, is where you can find the videos that I'm translating. And I'll be putting out one per week. And this will be one of the ones that goes up there too. And as well as I'm Esther Bobbin, if you want to also follow me in general on Instagram. I feel like I'm missing something, but I think that's it's a private group in Facebook. So feel free, even if you are not a native Spanish speaker, but you're interested in being part of the group, please do come join us. I'm hoping it's going to be a place for conversation as well. So as folks have deeper questions about something on the video, people can share their experiences and thoughts on those topics. And so please come join. There should be subtitles in English as well, so you could read the information there as well. And then the different conferences and festivals will be sharing the English versions via their communication channels as they wish. So
awesome. Looks like it's a great opportunity for people who may not be able to get to certain places for these events to actually get some knowledge and experience, and also in their native tongue as well. So that's a really great opportunity and a niche that you're taking on. I think it's really awesome, and looking forward to seeing how that grows for you.
Thank you.
It's awesome. So do you have any other things going on outside of just translating videos, or is that just the main thing right now?
So I'm hoping that I will also be, in conjunction with the translating of the videos, start to put together a dictionary of terms. I found even for myself that there's specific industry terms that I might not know in Spanish, and I thought that might be helpful for others as well. So I'll be putting together like a dictionary of terms, and I would love to collaborate with others with that. And the hope is that the goal rather is that will become available for others to use, and then create a more formal book that will then be sold to raise funds for translation in Spanish with professional translators, as well as then expanding into other languages. French will be the next one on the horizon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, this has been fun outside of all the tech issues.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, and I think the main question of the day is, which one was your favorite?
Oh, geez. Hard question. I think the surprise aspect of the Cornish honeycomb really, stuck with me. And so it's fun. it's just very unique
Mm-hmm.
to chocolate, and something that I think folks would really enjoy across the gamut. But yeah, I think they were all wonderful in their unique way, and I'm excited to continue tasting them and maybe pairing them with a few different things and see how the flavor profiles kind of grow and show themselves.
I'm just looking at my notes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough choice between like the Chocolarder one, because it just had that. What I like is like the unique texture difference than just like a normal melt of a chocolate. You have like some crunch, and that sweetness was like really nice because it wasn't, as a 50% chocolate bar, a milk chocolate bar, it wasn't overly sweet,
Right.
which was really really nice. And I like the kuma at like just like the journey that you went on there, with that malted note, and then like the like the grapey plummy note, and then like at the end it was like that nutty note that was just that I may not have mentioned, but I did get like a nutty note on the end, which was like surprising. And the naive bar was pretty good. Like they're all really good. I enjoyed all of them. Especially like I also thought like the Cacao review one, being that Dominican Republic is so complex with all of like the fruity notes that come from a Trinitario variety. Like I thought that was like a nice flavor journey between the floral and what I thought was earthy and weirdly so. The floral, the red fruits, the tropical notes. That was really enjoyable.
Yeah, my notes here really, as I'm looking at them, really, cross the gamut because, starting with the Minka and having like the molasses, cherry notes in there is very different than going to the naive. I had like the Earl Grey latte was the first note that I wrote down there, and so it's been fun to see quite the variety across the Latin American spectrum here. I mean, they're all very different, and so this has been really fun. I'm excited to share this with other people and see what they think.
Yeah. And then if they want to get some, you have to reach out to Cacao Review really quickly before they run out of those last few bars of the Oko, Caribe, and the Chocolate Naive bars. So as far as going forward, we look forward to following what you're going to be creating with your platform. And for all the followers around Chocotastery, we're going to do some more chocolate tastings coming up. We have Robert Bobbin from Chocolate Revere. We have Estelle Tracy from 37 Chocolates in the coming weeks. So there'll be a little bit more around that coming up soon. Be prepared for getting your hands on tasting guides. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff with the Salon du Chocolat in mid-November. So you may want to look into checking that event out. We have some really cool tasting and etiquette guidelines that we're creating. So a lot coming. So stay tuned, and we'll have give us a little bit of time, and we'll put this all together into a nice video for you guys. And I think that's about it. Check us out, chocotastery.com. Everything social media is at Chocotastery. So if you see in all the descriptions, there'll be all of the our social media website information, as well as the companies that we tasted, all their websites. So you can see all their information, check out their stories, do a little bit more digging, maybe grab another couple of other bars. Let's continue the journey. Right?
Oh, thanks for making this available, to everybody.
Yeah, totally. All right, so we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for sticking in with us, watching this all, and we'll see you soon.
All right, have a great weekend. Bye.